Hi, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are continuing your ear training journey with a look at the major third interval. Now, the major third interval is a very important one, harmonically speaking. Some of you that are aware of your music theory will know that the major third is the important note that makes a major chord, and changing that one note can make it into a minor chord. Now, we're not going into any of that in this particular lesson, but needless to say, it's important that you learn to recognize this one really well. Now, it sounds like this. Any of you that have learned major arpeggios will recognize that sound straight away. Okay? The song that I most associate with this interval is "Oh, When the Saints Go Marching In." Not that I've seen any saints marching in anywhere, or actually any saints anywhere ever, actually, but it's the song, I think, is a very universal kind of a melody that we seem to all know just instinctively. Couldn't get really much simpler a melody, really. Oh, when the saints, oh, when. Another one, if you don't like the kind of the religious reference, a good one is the Beatles' Obla-dee, Obla-da. Obla-dee, Obla-da, life goes on. Okay, that one's just running straight up the major triad. Root third, major third, perfect fifth. Okay, so that's also a really strong major third kind of a sound. Playing it, it's the easiest way to play it is to play the second finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, the root note, and then first finger will go down on the 4th fret of the 4th string. You can also play it all on the same string by going up 2 tones, which would be from the 5th fret to the 9th fret. Oh, when the saints, oh, when. And again, really, really important then that you start practicing it. Just start simple, don't jump around all over the guitar neck straight away. Just start small, just oh, when. And then check that you got it right. Oh, when. Then maybe move it somewhere else. Oh, when. Oh, when. A few times in each spot and just gradually moving it around a little bit more. Now, the shape stays the same. If we're doing it on the same string, so this 3 frets higher, it's the same on every string, obviously. But if we're going to cross the strings, of course, we know that when we cross onto the B string, the 2nd string, we have kind of things change around a little bit. So in this particular case, we'd be doing this, 1 string down, 1 string back interval for the 6th string to 5th string. Oh, when. Same on the 5th string to the 4th string. Oh, when, oh, when. We'd have the same again on the 4th string to 3rd string. Oh, when, oh, when. But now going from the 3rd string to the 2nd string, it's actually in the same fret. Okay, oh, when the saints, oh, da, 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 obla-dee, obla-da, oh, when. Same fret. Going 3rd string to 2nd string. When we go 2nd string to 1st string, we're back to the same shape as before, so backwards 1 fret. Okay, so make sure that you get familiar with how to play it on the fingerboard, both that one where we go back and get used to the sound of the interval, practice singing along. The more singing that you do, the better you're going to get at it. And I think it's a really, really big deal, again, to make sure that you're trying to work on that one interval for a little period, a week or a couple of weeks, really trying to get the sound of it in your ear and to get the association between the melody of the song that you choose as being your song reference and the shape on the guitar fingerboard to be really as closely related as you can get. It really starts to make a big difference. I suspect there's been quite a few people drop out already by this stage of the course because it's difficult and it's kind of maybe doesn't seem that exciting, but very soon, if you've stuck with it, you're going to start to feel a difference. But when you're playing a melody, that you can kind of imagine what the melody sounds like and where you might start putting your fingers. And it's a really, when that starts to happen, that's a really nice, inspiring moment to kind of propel you through the rest of the course. But I know just now it started for most people, it feels like a bit of a slog. It did for me when I was learning ear training. The very first part, I was a bit excited because it was a bit new. And then around now, I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of difficult. I think for 5 minutes, I'd rather go and play that Black Sabbath song or whatever, you know. But it's really worth it if you can try and, you know, bear with it and stick around at the ear training thing. It pays big dividends later on that you won't get any other way, really. So, or you would if you did just loads and loads of transcribing. Okay, I should add that caveat in there because it's fairly important that I speak the truth to you guys. But so there are other ways, but they take a lot longer. This is a really good kind of, it's like going to the gym almost for your ear. It's a real good workout, you know, and it'll help you in lots of different areas of your guitar playing. So a week this week on your major third interval, playing it on the guitar, memorizing the location, looking at your fingers so you can see the shape that it makes, learning to recognize it in your ear, doing some tests. If you've got a jam buddy, trying to test each other so you can tell those different intervals. And next week, we're going to be having a look at a very good singing exercise, which will further develop the relationship between the second, the third, and the fourth and the fifth. So I'll see you for that very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.